Good evening, children. Today in science we are going to learn a new lesson number 9. What is the topic of the lesson is animals that have bones. Animals that have bones. Okay, we are animals, and so are insects, worms, fish, frogs, lizards, dogs, birds, and cats. Are all of us similar in some way? Yes. Yes, all are similar, isn't it? Okay. Animals are similar in some way or other. Okay? Yes. What are they? What are the common things which are similar? First, there are 6 points given. First point is they breathe. They breathe. Okay? Yes, without breathing, we cannot live. Second one is they need food and water. They need food and water, isn't it? Yes, they move from one place to another. And fourth point is they have babies. And fifth point is they are born. Sixth one, they can feel and they can show what they feel. Okay, these are the similar things which are common in all animals. Okay, yes, what are they? They can all animals will breathe, they need food and water, they move from one place to another, and they have babies, and they are born, they grow, and they die. That's a life cycle. Okay, yes, born, they grow and they die. This is a lifespan. And the last one is they can feel. Yes, very important. They can feel, they respond, and they show what they feel. Okay, yes, let's learn few points which is in detail. Okay, yes, animals feel and show what they feel. Okay, feelings, we're going to learn about the feelings of the animals. Okay, yes, all animals can feel some things like heat and cold. Okay, sense feelings. Okay, yes, when they are feeling hot, heat and cold, they can react to it. Okay, and they also show what they feel or respond. Respond is nothing but they react. Okay, they react to what they feel, to things around them, or to do something as a reaction. Okay, respond is nothing but do things as a reaction, or they react to the things which is around them. Okay, yes, birds fluff out their feathers when they feel cold. When they feel cold, they fluff out their feathers. And what about the insects? Insects become still, like, attention, they pretend to be dead when they are scared. Okay, birds flap their feathers. Insects pretend to be dead when they are scared. Okay, and dog wag their tails when they are happy. You would have seen, this is a familiar things which you can notice in your surroundings. When the dog wag their tails when they are happy, when they see someone which is known to it simply wag their tails, isn't it? You would have seen. Yes, you may notice some ways in which the animals around you respond. Okay, yes, in this we are going to learn about detail about the different types of animals. Okay, yes, next topic we are going to learn is about the animals are different in many ways. All animals are not the same. It differs from one point of another. Okay, yes, next heading is the animals which are not animals are different in many ways. Animals are different in many ways. How does it differ? You know that animals are different in many ways. Some lives on land and some lives on water, isn't it? Yes, and some lives both on land as well as in water. And some walk, some swim, and some fly. Yes, and some give. These are the different animals or different. Okay, difference of different types of animals we are looking at. And some give birth to the babies, and some lay eggs. Okay, yes, and there is another difference between animals. Some animals have bones and some animals do not have bones. Okay, and all animals that give birth to babies have bones. This point is very important. You can make note of it. Okay, all animals that give birth to babies, have bones. So do fish, frogs, birds and lizards have bones. So they give birth to babies, have bones. Next, moving on to fish. First, we are going to learn about the fish. Okay? Yes. Some fish live in the sweet water of lakes, ponds, and rivers. You would have seen fish. Okay, different types of fishes you would have seen. Some lives in ponds, some lives in lakes, and some lives in seas, isn't it? Yes. And what do the fish eat? Few eat plants, few eat smaller fish. Yes, and some even eat mud. You know that? Yes. Some fish eat mud also. And most fish lay lots of eggs. Okay, and forget about them. Okay, most fish lay lots of eggs. But the babies hatched out of these eggs, they have to find their own food. Okay, when most of the fishes lay lots of eggs, and mother fish will forget where does it lay it, and the babies will hatch out from the eggs, and they have to find their own food. What about as our mother? When we are born, mother will feed us, isn't it? But fishes has to find their own food. Okay, when the babies, that is the baby fish, when it is hatched, when is the baby fish come out from the eggs, the babies have to find their own food. Okay, yes, that's very important. You can look at the picture. See how this a fish looks. See, these are the scales, gills, and fin. Okay, yes, you can see the picture in your book. Yes, gills are nothing but the tissues, like small threads. Okay, these helps the fish to breathe. Gills helps the fish to breathe. Okay, yes, we learn in detail about fish. Fish swim with the help of the tail and fins. How does the fish swim? Fish swim with the help of tail and fins. This you had to remember. Tail and fins. Their body is covered with scales. Scales are nothing but silgal. Okay. Yes, you can look at the picture. These are the scales. See? Scales. These are the scales. Okay. Or fishes. You can look at the picture of the fish. It's covered with scales, right? Yes. Fish swim with the help of their tail and fins. And their body is covered with scales. And they breathe by making use of the air mixed in water. They breathe by making use of the air mixed in water. You know already well, you had to learn in earlier lesson that water is composed of hydrogen and oxygen, isn't it? Yes, water, air is there in water. Okay, yes, so the fish breathe by making use of the air which is mixed in water. Okay, and they take in water through their mouth. You have to remember, it takes in water through the mouth and let it out through the gills. Okay, gills, what are gills? Gills are the tissues. You can look at the pictures, right? Gills, these are the gills. Yes, gills are the tissues that are like small threads, short threads, and these gills help us to help the fish to breathe. Okay, yes, and they take in water through the mouth and let it through the gills, and these gills soak as the water passes over them. Okay, yes. Next, moving on to frogs and toads. We are going to learn about the frogs and toads. Frogs you have already seen. When it is raining, you would have seen in the ground. Okay, yes, isn't it? How many of them have not yet seen any frogs? Nearly everyone would have seen it. Yes? Okay. Frogs. This frog lives on trees. Some lives on land. Okay, these frogs mostly they live both on. This is these animals. I mean the frogs which lives both on land as well as in water. Okay, yes, frogs live both in land and water. The adults, grown-ups, live mostly on land. When the adult, which just means it's a big frog which lives mostly on land, and they can swim well with the help of their webbed feet. You can look at the picture, webbed feet. Okay, the feet it looks like be webbed. Webbed is nothing but this is skin between the toes that is called as a webbed. And they catch insects with their sticky tongue. Okay, frogs catch insects with their sticky tongue. Yes. The mother, next point, the mother lay eggs in water. The mother lay eggs in water, and the babies that hatch out of the eggs are called tadpoles. You can make a note of it. Tadpoles. What are tadpoles? The babies that hatch out of the eggs. The babies are called tadpoles. Babies. Okay. The mother, where does the mother lay their eggs? They lay eggs in water. And the baby that hatch out of the eggs are called tadpoles. And the tadpoles lives in water, and they have a tail. Look at the picture. This is a tadpole, picture of a tadpole, and they have a tail and gills also, like fish. As they grow up, they lose their tails. When they are when they grow up, they lose their tails and gills also. Okay, gills, and they also grow legs. And what does the tadpole eat? Tadpoles eat plants. Okay, yes. In this chapter, we had learned about the animals, birds, isn't it? Yes, animals. All about animals. What animal? Fish. Yes, isn't it? Yes, fish and also frogs. Yes. Okay, student, I hope this lesson is very easy, and next we will learn about the lizards, tortoises, birds, and snakes. Okay, that's it for today, children, and please go through the lesson. Definitely it will be very easy to understand, and it will be a very interesting lesson also. Okay, thank you, children.